I personally think that your overthinking is probably killing your dreams much more than anybody else probably is. Here's what I mean by that and why I say that. You see, there's always this graphic that goes around that everybody that's really low IQ or just doesn't know what they're talking about, they're just like, oh, just do the simple stuff. And then you kind of get into some things, and then the graph kind of just goes up, and everybody's like trying to create like all these complex solutions to like these simple problems, or just like complicating the entire process. And then when you kind of become an expert at it, then you go and then you figure out that, oh wait, it was the simple solution that would have worked either way. And I'll put a graphic up as well in this video, to kind of just illustrate my point. But and I really do find that to be true. And the reason why I find that to be true is because I ended up becoming somebody that always wanted to pre-plan every single move that I would possibly make. And it's just pretty much impossible to do. You see, you can plan as much as you want. You can go ahead and you can get a binder and you can make up an entire business plan before you even start a business. And I'm telling you right now, you're probably going to overthink it to the point where the business has already failed before you even tried anything in the first place. And that is a sad reality for a lot of people. That was a sad reality for me as well. I used to just think myself into failure, and I used to just say, oh man, it's not going to work out, so there's really no point in trying. And I was just always not pursuing anything because of that, because I just needed to have an elaborate plan and have it all figured out, which by the way is never going to happen. I just needed to have everything figured out, and that just didn't work at all. Like, there's so many different variables that you will never know whenever you're starting something new. There's so many different variables that you need to solve whenever you start a math class, for example, right? Even if you're starting calculus 1 in college, you're not going to know every single thing before you're being taught it, right? You can go through that entire textbook, and then the professor is going to probably throw some crazy problem at you, and you're going to realize that, oh crap, even though I tried my best to prepare for this class, it's not enough. I need to actually go through these hurdles. I need to actually go through these challenges. I actually need to do the homework to actually understand every math problem that I am actually required to do on the test. And that's exactly how life is as well. If you're starting a business, if you're starting a YouTube channel, regardless of whatever it is that you actually want to pursue, you can plan as much as you want. You can make as much detailed documentation as you want behind it. It's not gonna work until you actually start working yourself. Talking about the work is not actually working. Working on the thing that you actually want to work on, that is what actual work is. Chris Williamson said this, and it's very true. Like, you can document everything, you could talk to your friends about it, but until you actually start making videos, until you actually start a business, until you actually start studying for your math exam, regardless of whatever it is, you're not going to understand what it actually takes. You can pre-plan it all. You can have all the information in the world, but all of that just goes nowhere whenever you're actually practically starting something. And my advice is really just to stop planning. My advice is to stop overthinking and actually just do it. You have an idea in your head that you actually want to pursue. You want to learn how to play the guitar. You want to learn how to play the drums. You want to learn how to be a wide receiver in football. Regardless of whatever it is that you actually want to do, just take the first step. And you can figure out what the second step is after you actually took the first step. There is no point in planning on how you're going to run a marathon. Okay, I've ran a half marathon. I thought that, potentially, well, by the way, I ran it without any training, but I do not recommend that at all. But if you are planning on running a marathon or even a half marathon, you can plan as much as you want about, oh, this is the pace that I'm going to go at. This is what exactly I'm going to do. Okay, these are how many days I'm going to train. This is going to be my diet plan and everything. Guess what? None of that is actually going to matter until you actually go on your first run. Then when life punches you in the mouth, then when running is just kicking your butt, that's when you'll actually realize, like, oh man, I need to rethink this. And then guess what? In that moment, since you were so attached to this plan, since you spent so much time in developing up this mental mind frame about how every single thing is going to go perfectly before the race, when you actually go out for your first run or your second run or your third run, you're going to see, oh my God, this is actually impossible for me to do. I need the perfect conditions for me to actually succeed at this. You're more than likely to quit. And that's exactly what overthinking is going to lead you to do. It's going to make you want to quit on the things that you actually do want to do. Instead of creating this massive document of exactly what you're going to do and like what moves you're going to play and all of this jazz, just start on the thing that you actually want to start on, okay? Take the first step. Put out that first video. Just listen to that first lecture. Go on that first run. And then from there, you actually have much more information that you actually had before. And since you've already just taken step number 1, you're ready for step 2. And then from there, you're ready from step 3. That's how you should progress. That's how you're going to reach your goals. That's how you're going to reach your dreams as well. You're not going to reach your dreams just by putting everything in a document and saying, okay, well, if this happens, then I'm going to do this. And if that happens, then I'm going to do that. It never works out that way. Life is absolutely unpredictable, and it's going to throw wrenches in all of those plans that you actually have. So instead of life throwing wrenches in your plans, just let it throw wrenches in your work. And even when life throws wrenches in your work, still keep on working, because that's how you're going to get better. That's how you're going to improve. Things are never going to be perfect. And if you wait for perfection, then you're never going to be able to accomplish anything that you actually want to do. So just get started. Let it be imperfect. Stop letting overthinking kill your dreams. Anyways, this is Yusha signing out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button and make sure to leave a like on this video as well. And tell a friend about this channel. I would really appreciate that. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.